Hyundai. This is TV18. And you're watching CNBC TV18.
Title partner Kodak. Associate partner Photoquip and Canberra.
Hi, good evening everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Kodak Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year Awards 2011, India's biggest wedding photography awards.
This is where we celebrate the work of photographers who make weddings even more memorable. और क्योंकि शादियां इंडिया के सबसे beloved celebration है, wedding photography आज एक booming business बन गया है.
बिल्कुल सही, and on that note, let's raise a toast to every photographer who captures pivotal moments from a wedding which are cherished for generations to come.
But who better to speak about the Kodak Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year 2011 than the editor of Better Photography himself? May I invite Mr. K. Madhavan Pillai on stage to say a few words about this grand ceremony.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third edition of Kodak Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year Awards. Every year for the past 3 years, Better Photography has been in search of the very best talent in wedding photography. This year too, after calling for entries over a period of 4 months, and after numerous rounds of eliminations and judging, we went from over 20,000 entries to the top 36 and finally to the top 6 in 6 different categories. Wedding photographers make our lives rich and interesting for our children, for our grandchildren. We leave it to wedding photographers to document our personal histories and everything around us on that one most important day of our lives, our wedding day. And yet, wedding photographers are often the first to be forgotten. This is my personal biggest reason for being so proud to witness and to celebrate the recognition of these fine photographers along with you here today. When it comes to finding India's best talent in capturing what can only be the most precious moments of our lives, who better to partner with than Kodak? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Srinivasu Saraswatula, the Country Business Manager, Consumer Digital Group, India Cluster, Kodak India.
Distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to Kodak and Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year. This is the third edition, and in these 3 years, this event has really grown to become the benchmark for the industry. The interesting thing is the kind of growth every business wants to see is what's being seen by the number of entries we get in this particular event. It has grown from about 16,000 entries last year to about 21,000 entries this year. I think that's one of the things that this event has done, is to really spur the imagination and the need of photographers to improve their technique when it comes to wedding photography. And I think that's one of the best things that this particular event has done. And I think I would want to compliment both the organizers and the photographers who have both participated and won today. So I really thank you all for participating. I compliment all the photographers once again. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the evening.
Madhavan, thank you Mr. Srinivasu, always a pleasure to hear you talk.
And with that, it's time to launch into the Kodak Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year Awards 2011.
शादी की photographs देखने में बहुत मजा आता है. Especially for this competition, the Better Photography team worked tirelessly, conducting careful eliminations to finally shortlist the top 300 photographs in each category.
And then, the creme de la creme of the wedding photography fraternity were given the almost Herculean task of selecting the top 30 entries in each category, then narrowing it down to the final 6 nominations, and finally to the winning entries.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall felicitate the 6 theme winners of the Kodak Better Photography Wedding Photographer of the Year 2011.
So let's take a look at the nominees of the first category this evening, Bridal Portraiture. May I request Mr. Aditya Kothari, VP Sales and Marketing, Canvera.com, Mr. Bipin Mistry, Wedding Photographer and Judge for this category, and Manoharan Pieraswamy, Director, Tourism Malaysia, to please come up on stage and announce the Bridal Portraiture Theme winner.
Winner for the category Bridal Portraiture is Anand SL.
SL Anand is always smiling, and his co-contestants refer to him as Quick Gun Murugan because of the photography ammunition that he always has around his waist.
A big round of applause, please. You just stay on stage and say a few words, and I'm sure we want to know what is the story behind Quick Gun Murugan.
Good evening, everybody. Well, I'm so fast, so that's why I carry all my lenses and kits around my waist pouch. So I take the lenses and fit it in and shoot very fast. That's why I got that name, Quick Gun Murugan.
Do you also play with your camera the way Quick Gun Murugan does?
No, exactly, because it's the costliest equipment.
That's true.
Let's have a look at the nominees of our next category, Couple Portraiture.
May I request renowned commercial photographer Sunil Raju, Mr. Ravi Venkatraman, VP and Head Services for Business Kodak India, and celebrity and art photographer Amit Asher to please come up on stage and announce the Couple Portraiture Theme winner.
And the winner for the category Couple Portraiture is Edric George from Goa.
Hedrick is a wedding photographer from Goa and, like the state, maintains a calm and cool composure.
I just like to thank the wedding couple, of course, and the bride especially, because she made me. Actually, I was done with the shoot before I had taken the shot, and she made me actually shoot more. And actually, she had like a puppy face on, so I got convinced to shoot again. So yeah, and that's when I got the shot actually. So I was pretty lucky about that.
Congratulations, Edric, and thank you, presenters.
उत्तर प्रदेश की तरक्की की कहानी नोएडा से ही शुरू होगी। इसीलिए सीएनबीसी आवाज लेकर आ रहा है नोएडा में इंडस्ट्रीज, पॉलिसी मेकर्स, नोएडा डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, गवर्नमेंट और युवाओं को एक साथ एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर।
जिस तेजी से यहाँ विकास कार्य हो रहा है, आगे आने वाले 10 सालों में नोएडा एक इंटरनेशनल सिटी के नाम से जाना जाएगा।
सुपरटेक प्रेजेंट्स सीएनबीसी आवाज उत्तर प्रदेश राइजिंग इन एसोसिएशन विद दैनिक जागरण। उत्तर प्रदेश राइजिंग डेवलपमेंट समिट नोएडा, सिर्फ सीएनबीसी आवाज पर।
Presented by Supertech, yours for life. In association with Dainik Jagran.